Well, y'all, started a little later than usual, but you know what? It's okay. My co-host, he may or may not be on his way, but that's all right because this is still another episode of the North Carolina Tar Heels live podcast with your host from the side of Mississippi, Captain of the Hooligan Express himself, Tor, Nato McCray, Maya McCray. Some of y'all might know me in certain circles, but man, we are here. We are here. We are back. The college football playoff is set. And my oh my, do we have a lot on our hands. So, saying all this to say, man, the college football playoff has been set. I am kind of shocked and not at the same time. I'm shocked, but not shocked. You know what I mean? And so, when we look at this, let me pull this up real quick. Give me 2 seconds, y'all. How y'all doing? How y'all living? Apologies again for the delay today. Had to start a little late, but you know, it's okay. It's okay. But, guys, I'm going to share this with you. We've all seen it. The news has been broken out. But as we can see, the college football playoff has been set, man. And we look here. You have Indiana, your buys, the 4 teams that have a first round bye. Indiana, 13-0. They're ranked number 1. Ohio State is number 2 at 12-1. Georgia is number 3 at 12-1. And Texas Tech is the 4 seed at 12-1 as well. So those are the top 4 seeds. Then when you move on to the list, number 5 at the 5 seed is Oregon. At the 6th seed, Ole Miss. At the 7th seed, Texas A&M. 8th seed is Oklahoma. The 9th seed is Alabama. I just realized they didn't even put Oklahoma's record up there. That's kind of weird. Anybody else? Like, what? That's weird. So did they just get in just for giggles? Like, what's going on here? But Oklahoma's at the 8th seed. Alabama is 9 at 10-3. Then you have Miami at the 10 seed at 10-2. Then here comes the madness. Tulane at 11-2 as the 11th seed, and then James Madison at the 12 seed at 12-1. And the first team out was Notre Dame, with the second team out being BYU. There has been a lot of speculation about this, about Notre Dame getting kicked out, BYU getting kicked out. There's been some arguments for Texas and other teams. And I'm going to say this first and foremost. I think I'm going to do my solo for this one. Not my solo, but, you know. Oh, Lord. There we go. I think the committee kind of got it right. I know some of you might find that confusing. Some of you may think I'm wilding. Some of you may think that I'm trolling or I'm tripping. But I think the committee got it right because, one, I'm not against the committee putting in 2 group of 5 teams who have been dominant in their field and in their craft. I'm really not. I actually did not expect and want nor thought BYU should have got in at all, especially after getting blown out by Texas Tech twice. No. BYU should not have gotten in. Notre Dame, I've said this before. My co-host, if he's able to arrive, will attest to this. I've said their schedule in years past was more skeptical for them getting in. And the fact that they missed out this year, I'm not 100% against it. I'm not against Notre Dame missing out. I've said that this year's schedule for Notre Dame was stronger than in years past, but overall, it's not bad for them. It's not like this year's schedule was stronger than in the past. However, they still didn't deserve to get in. And speaking of which, look who's arrived, people. Look who's
As you can
arrived.
see, I'm in the dark. It is what it is, but I'm here. So, but no, I came in clearly talking about Notre Dame not making it. So I've seen a few arguments over the last 2 days, and several of them I agree with. Notre Dame getting in over Alabama. I agree Notre Dame should have been in over Bama. Bama should not be in the CFP at all, in my opinion.
So you think they shouldn't be in at all?
I don't think they should be in at all. One, you're a 3-loss team. First things first. Despite the fact that even though you played an extra game. Two, the last 5 to 6 games of this season, you have not looked good. You haven't looked good. You haven't looked like a team that makes me believe that you should be here. Like, I can at least make the argument for Miami and Notre Dame, because at least Notre Dame has won 10 games straight.
Yeah.
Since the first 2 losses. And Miami's won the last 5 to 6 games very convincingly over the last 5 weeks. They've both looked like playoff teams, in my opinion. But when you come down, like I said, when it comes down to committee, I get Miami getting in over Notre Dame because Miami beat Notre Dame. That makes sense to me.
I'm not.
But when it comes down to it, because I've heard another argument, and it was from I think it was from Rich Eisen, actually. Rich Eisen was talking about, if you're saying that earlier games affect how you get into the CFP, then honestly, Alabama losing to Florida State should have affected Alabama's chances. Then you losing in the SEC championship also should have affected your chances.
Right.
But then you're also going to talk about how Miami, who didn't play in a conference championship, made it in, and neither did Notre Dame.
Yeah.
Because if you losing your championship game doesn't affect you enough to keep you out of the playoff, then technically BYU should be in over Miami and Notre Dame. Because at least they made it to the conference championship.
I'm going to be honest, and this is just me. I don't think BYU should be in at all. And I've said it even on this video. The reason being is because BYU lost to Texas Tech twice in really, really bad fashion. And that's just within the last 4 weeks. They lost to Texas Tech on November 8th, 29-7. Come back, get a rematch with Texas Tech in the championship game just to lose worse. And 34-7. And the way BYU was playing, I'm like, you don't convince me that you're a team that's good enough to get there. I don't think BYU should have been in that conversation. I would have put Notre Dame in over BYU. I'd have put probably Alabama or Texas in over BYU. But that's just me. I think he might have froze. He might have froze. I had to take a call if I had to make a guess. So I don't know when he comes back and whatnot, because he'll pop back up here and be like, "Hey, I'm back." But again, as we look at this, y'all, there's always going to be a snub. There's always going to be an argument for other people to be made. Everybody's going to cry, "Woe is me, woe is me, woe is me." Blase, 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 blase. Everybody's always going to cry, "Oh, we got snubbed, we got snubbed." No, you didn't. And at the end of the day, guess what? You're not the first person and you're not the last. It's a playoff for a reason. And it's a committee for a reason.
Now, I have heard the idea of adding something like a wild card round. Like, I agree with adding, like, okay, for that last 1 or 2 spots, if you know these are the 4 teams that are on the fringe that could possibly make it in this game, let those 4 teams duke it out for that last spot prior to the playoff.
No. I'm not with that. You want to know why?
Why?
Because now you're allowing more teams an opportunity to make their case and cry that, "Oh, we should be in," because then you're going to get the issue of, "Oh, well, we should be in the wild card spot over." For example, You got James Madison, Tulane, Notre Dame, BYU, right? Those
Yep.
are, as we look at here on the map, those are the two. Like Tulane, James Madison are in, Notre Dame, BYU are out. Looking at the rankings right after that, that means you're going to have Texas and Vandy come in arguing that they should be in that wild card over Notre Dame and BYU or Tulane and James Madison.
If
or
you're not
Utah
in the 13th
or
or 14th spot,
they're in the 13th or 14th spot, which is why I'm like,
because I look
I
at it
don't
like
like
this.
that.
Because I look at it like this. Set it up like this. You still have the one. You still have the group of 5 spot. You still have that one guaranteed group of 5 spot, and then you have that one spot for the last Power 14. If you say the two, let's say the two fringe Power 4 teams you got, because honestly, I would have gave Vandy a better shot than I would have gave BYU. Same thing with Texas. I wouldn't have gave it to Texas. I'd have gave it to Vandy though, because Vandy mud stomped LSU and was just barely lost to Alabama.
I'm more so on the line of I like the hard 12 cutoff, and I like what we talked about earlier this week. I'm cool if the committee would start just guaranteeing 2 group of 5 spots, because that's you have 12 spots. 10 of these are going to be Power 4 conferences.
Absolutely.
What's wrong with 2? 10 of these are going to be Power 4. 2 of those automatically should go to the group of 5. Automatically. Because what's the point of being in the group of 5 if you're never going to give the group of 5 a chance to prove themselves? That's the reason why we have the whole situation about Boise States, the UCFs, all these other teams that did great, and they never got a shot before we went to this expanded playoff. Because what conference did they play in? A group of 5.
And sure, with that same argument, a lot of people are going to have. Pretty much everybody has it, especially if your team is a Power 4 team. Is well, group of 5 don't play nobody. Like their level of competition ain't the same. But you can't sit here and act like we haven't seen a group of 5 team take down a powerhouse. It's happened, or even at least give a powerhouse a run for their money. It's happened.
You can't sit there.
People still talk about Appalachian State taking out Michigan that one year. Everybody still talks about that.
Everybody still talks about Boise State taking down Oklahoma in the Fiesta Bowl. There's a reason why it happens. And the thing about it is, you want to make the argument, oh, they don't play nobody. We make that argument for Notre Dame every year, but now Notre Dame wants to have a pouting contest. And
talking about we're not going to play in our bowl game because we're mad we didn't do it. And then you're going to make that. Then you're going to sit there and make the claim that the ACC ran a smear campaign on you.
Oh,
if anybody ran it,
we're going to get into that. I hate the fact that he gets hit with dead spots. I really do. But yeah.
But I was like, no, the only thing that you got hit with, the only smear campaign that was sent out wasn't even the ACC. It was Miami by itself. The ACC didn't run anything against you. It was Miami talking about we should be in over you, point blank, period. But now y'all out here running a whole hissy fit and dropping out of playoffs and dropping out of bowl games because y'all mad that you didn't make the CFP. Listen, just because Florida State did it and got embarrassed, don't mean that y'all should do it and think that y'all won't.
Oh, we about to get into that because, like you said, we were talking about the Notre Dame. So the athletic director, hey, didn't even have this up. So whatever. I know what a cutoff is when I edit it. Oh no, he had another dead spot. Mm-hmm.
Oh no, I was turning my screen time out off.
Sim salabim.
Sim salabim.
I thought you hit a dead spot, so I was just trying to do what I could. But speaking of this, the Notre Dame athletic director, here's what he actually said too, right? Because I pulled up his quote, and you knew I was going to bring this up for us. So he voiced his displeasure with the ACC, obviously, and he says, we have no gripes about any of the schools in the ACC, but we were mystified by the actions of the conference to attack their biggest business partner in football and a member of their conference in 24 of our other sports. And I wouldn't be honest with you if I didn't say that they have certainly done permanent damage between the conference and Notre Dame. Just we didn't appreciate the fact that we were singled out repeatedly and compared to Miami. Not by Miami. Miami has every right to do that, but it raised a lot of eyebrows here that the conference was taking shots at us. Now, I have been, and you can even confirm this, in terms of our group chats, before this came out, I was one of the ones that was like, Notre Dame's schedule has been stronger than in years past. So they had a better case for, hey, we deserve to be in this year because we actually did play some folk. But once this came out, I immediately backtracked and took back every of my statements because what you mean, one, you're sitting there saying, oh, how could they attack their biggest business partner and a member of the 24 other conferences? It's like a member of their conference and 24 of our other sports. That's the issue first and foremost. You're not a member of the ACC for football. So the ACC doesn't have to push you for football. They're not obligated to push you for football because guess what? You won't join the ACC conference for football. Why? Because it's easier for you to get to the CFP when you don't are aligned with a conference.
And here's the other thing. You also prey on the ACC to help you get these wins. 6 of your games out of the year are ACC teams. So you use this opportunity to go against some of the weaker competition in this conference to win games. And funny thing about that is, so somebody brought up, I think it was Cam Newton was talking about it. And Peggy brought up the fact that, Alabama changed their schedule for next year. When in all honesty, the SEC as a whole changed their schedule for next year. Now they have 9 conference games and are required to play one high caliber out of conference opponent. So it's either anybody from the Big 10, ACC, Big 12, or Notre Dame. They are now required to play one high caliber opponent outside of the conference. So there's only one cash game that the SEC as a whole are going to play starting next year.
I'm gonna say this. I like that.
Oh, I love it.
I need. You know who I really need to do that? I need the Big Ten to do that. I need a Big Ten to start doing that big time. Definitely Notre Dame.
No longer have divisions in the SEC conference. It's just the SEC. So now they will play every opponent every 2 years. Yeah. So every member of the SEC will play each other every 2 years.
I'm with that. I'm with that because I think the ACC did the same thing. That's the reason why we had a 5-way tie this year because they went away from the Atlantic and the Coastal conferences. It's now just the ACC.
It's just now the ACC.
And so it's like, hey, top 2 teams in the ACC, that's who's going to the conference.
That's who's going to the conference championship because now you can flat out say we are the best 2 teams in the conference. You can't sit here and say, oh, we're the best team in our division versus that division, but I could probably get beat by the second guy over there. Now you're going to see for sure who's better than who.
Because I'll be honest, when Clemson was running the table, it kind of helped that they had 2 divisions for a while because it was just like, all right, well, we know that side of the ACC is the weaker side. And even in the SEC when they did that for a while, when it was
helped,
like Bama,
it helped Georgia, it helped LSU for years.
Yeah, it helped Bama,
because all you had to be was just the top of your division.
It's like, oh, they're at the top of the division. Well, we know that side of the SEC is weak. Whoever they bring up, Kentucky? Oh, okay. Easy money.
That's it.
It's like, all right, bet. Cool. We know what's going on. But
we playing Kentucky this week. Oh, we playing Mississippi State.
Easy. And I hate that the AD really came out and it's like the ACC's taking a shot at us. We're their biggest partner. Like, it sounds like a child's tantrum. It sounds like a rich kid tantrum. Like, I spent all this money. You know what? And y'all can kiddos go to bed for this one. Uncle, the captain of the Hooligan Express got to talk to the adults. This sound like that one dude you know at the bar who went and bought a girl drinks all night and is mad that she declined to go home with him because she has the right to do so. She's like, I'm not with you. I don't have to go with you. He's like, but I buy all your drinks. I paid for your entry to get in the club. I paid for all that. Okay, and I didn't come with you.
I paid for your Uber to get here.
Yeah.
We appreciate it.
Appreciate it. But I came with my girls. I came with my friends. I'm going with them. Like, what are we talking about here? It's stupid.
Because like what annoys me the most. Oh, hold on. I don't know. Is Steve in here?
Steve?
He probably ain't. He probably hiding.
He might be. He might be in here. I doubt it.
But just in case Steve's in here.
Oh, I love it when Ohio State lose. I love it.
Just for the one Ohio State fan that be creeping in here.
I love it when they lose. You missed off a 27-yarder, shanked from the right hash, wide left.
So, you know what's funny about that? Somebody pointed out that so far when it comes down to like championship games and the playoffs, game-winning field goals has constantly lost Ohio State games.
Ha! So just keep it close and make them kick a field goal, guys. That's the
because think about it, they missed a field goal twice against Georgia.
Ooh.
Because they lost against Georgia that one year in the CFP off a field goal. They lost to Indiana off a field goal, and they lost to somebody else off a field goal.
That is true.
I think it was Michigan. It was Michigan. They lost 2 off a field goal.
Bro, and it's kind of bad because it's just like that's supposed to be an easy no-brainer. And then next thing you know, doosh. I was like, ooh.
Oh, yeah. Like, you expect it all time. Like, anytime you see anything within 30 yards, it's like, oh, yeah, no, this is a no-brainer. I can relax and go make a cup of tea real quick because he's going to make this.
The only way you expect those to, like, miss is because it got blocked.
That's it.
That's the only reason why
it either got blocked, or the snap got botched.
Or the snap was botched.
Or they botched the handle and he couldn't get the kick off. Like, that's it. You don't expect any other thing to happen outside of that.
I said, oh Lord.
Indeed.
Like, I know.
Oh Lord, indeed.
I know you ain't going back to campus tonight.
Sure enough.
But my thing with this too, though, bro, is the simple fact of the matter that it has led to all these teams now opting out of bowl season like they important. Because check this out. Opting out of bowl season now, along with Notre Dame, who finished the season 10-2. You have Kansas State, who went 6-6. Iowa State 8-4. Baylor 5-7, Rutgers 5-7, Florida State 5-7, Auburn 5-7, UCF 5-7, and Kansas 5-7. All of them are now opting out of playing in their bowl games. And my first thought is, who are y'all to be opting out? Like Notre Dame, okay, pity party, but even then, that looks really bad on your organization because now it looks like you're throwing a whole tantrum of we didn't get in, so we're just not going to play. And then
I mean, that's exactly what you're doing.
I'm just like, all right.
Because they asked Cristobal from Miami how he felt about the situation. And he said, listen, it's not my right to comment on another organization's situation because you don't know what they're going through. But all I can say is, like, from our end, I can almost guarantee you we would not want to. We probably say, so we wouldn't like to, we wouldn't want to, and we wouldn't let this happen. But like I said, I can only comment on us. I can't comment on them because if I do, like me commenting on somebody else's situation is disrespectful. And I was like, you know what? I feel that. Like, you still technically shaded it, but it's okay. Because like at the end of the day, like I can't say for sure what their situation is. I can't sit here and act like I do know, and I can't sit there and make comments like I do. So all I can say is on our end, we would still be playing in the bowl game.
Like, it's dumb. But then when I'm looking at these other teams, again, Kansas State 6-6, Baylor, Rutgers, Florida State, Auburn, Temple, Central Florida, Kansas 5-7. Oh, we're opting out of my bowl game. Who are y'all? Who are you? Y'all technically ain't even bowl eligible. Y'all are bowl. Okay, we need a fill-in. Y'all are bowl fill-ins. You're not even bowl eligible because you got to have at least be 500 or have at least 6 wins. Y'all don't even got that. Y'all are bowl fill-ins when we don't have enough people, and all of y'all are opting out like you just missed the CFP.
And you know what?
I don't even know why either. At 8-4, why would you do that?
Now I don't know why Iowa State did it, but then again, Iowa State probably did it because their head coach got hired over at Penn State.
I'm still playing.
Just recently.
I'm still playing my final game.
I'm still playing my bowl game. I don't care what nobody says. Especially if it's my last game of my college career, I'm playing that game.
If it's my last game of my college career, and I don't know if I'm getting drafted or picked up as a free agent, I'm playing the bowl game.
And tell you the truth, for the 5-7 teams, I think a lot of them opted out because they knew they were filling teams. Like we're saying, no, we're basically getting pity bowl games. We're just fill-ins, and we don't really deserve to be here. I can see if that's the reasoning. If that's the reason of, we're opting out because we really rightfully don't deserve to be here, then by all means opt out. But if you're just opting out because Notre Dame opted out, I'm going to need you to go ahead, take all the seats, and play this damn game.
That is the only reason you are allowed to opt out. If you are still sitting there and be like, you know what, bro, we didn't play good enough. We don't deserve to be here. All right, then I'll let you opt out for that reason. If it is any other reason than that, if you're opting out because you're like, man, Notre Dame got screwed, and you know what, we feel like we got screwed over too. Man, if you don't shut up and get in this bowl game, playing this bowl
and play this damn bowl game because you weren't supposed to be here anyway, my guy.
You weren't supposed to be playing for any type of championship. And then here's the crazy part. Y'all 5-7. So even if you win the bowl game, you're still under 500.
That is true.
Even if you win, you're still under 500.
That is true. Like if you win, you are just barely bowl eligible because you got 6 wins.
James says Notre Dame acting like the little brother who get mad because he can't turn the game sliders up on 2K. Facts. Man's mad because he can't play on Hall of Fame, and now he getting blown out by 30. And he mad because you won't let him turn up the game sliders. Like, no, bro. You lost. Take the L.
He the little brother that you let play your fighting game with you. And you let him win a couple rounds, so he thought he was real good until you sat forward and showed them the real difference.
Hey, and that meant, as soon as he said you suck, I don't know why you're playing. That's when you leaned in and said,
all right, then.
All right, then. And then as soon as you start whooping him,
six rounds are nothing but perfects. 6 rounds, nothing but perfects.
He would have started crying.
Ain't get a single hit on
it. He said, you cheating now. I want to cry to your mama. And you like, no, I ain't. We just playing the game.
Hey, let your little brother know I was until he paid for his britches.
It's like I was until he said I suck. Did you tell mama that? And then I got better.
It's not even that like this. Said let your little brother win. He was winning.
Until he talked.
He beat me 3 times.
He beat me 3 times. And now he mad.
Hey, how many times did you beat him? 12.
12? Who counting? Man want to cry for no reason. But to me, and and I've said how I feel about bowl season. I've expressed it on this pod many, many a time. But like I said, man, unless the reason for y'all opting out is you don't feel your team deserves it. If your reason is, oh, Notre Dame opted out because they got screwed and we feel like we got screwed too, I'm going to need y'all to just go ahead and shut up and play in this game.
Because, like, you didn't. You actually got done a favor.
You got done a big favor.
Because you honestly shouldn't even be. But here we are.
That should be my other thing. If you win in the bowl game, does it put you at 600? You shouldn't be allowed in the bowl game. It's facts. James said the ACC bent over backwards for Notre Dame during COVID, and they blaming the ACC for it. That is true. That is true. They did allow Notre Dame to be in the ACC for that 1 year just so Notre Dame could have a shot at like the playoffs. That is what. Hey, James. Hey,
that's it.
That is what 100% a fact. Because
like I said, you know me, you know my opinion on Notre Dame for some years now. Notre Dame continues to believe that they special. I get that, yes, you have this long legendary history of football being independent, doing this and doing all that. But you can't sit here and tell me.
Because
and people will see, and people make the same argument. Oh, Notre Dame beat Georgia last year. Okay, let me point out to you why Notre Dame beat Georgia last year. Notre Dame beat Georgia last year because Georgia couldn't catch a cold last year.
Yeah,
Georgia couldn't catch COVID in an ICU unit.
As an elderly person,
as a 90-year-old immune deficient patient in an ICU, in an ICU with COPD in an ICU unit.
Listen, man.
Georgia couldn't catch hands in a fight.
Damn.
Because think about it. Even though Notre Dame won, did you still see how close that game was with the backup quarterback?
Listen, I remember going into that game, and you know me, I was sitting there telling you, hey, bro, Notre Dame got a nice secondary. That secondary going to be it. And you like, bro, if we lose, it's going to be the catch. It's going to be our receivers. I was like, bro, they Georgia. What you mean? They ain't going to lose that bad. Like, Georgia got great receivers. I was like, no, we don't. We have the most drops. I watched the game, and remember, I was on the phone with you when bro dropped the wide open pass. I was like, oh.
Georgia had the most drop passes in the nation last year. And you going to sit here and tell me Notre Dame was actually good enough to do that? Hey. I'm not going to sit here and say Notre Dame was bad. I'm not going to say that because they still made it to the championship game just to get dog walked by Ohio State.
I said that. I was like, ooh, all right. That did happen.
Because I look at it like, because after you beat Georgia, who did Notre Dame beat after that? Who did they play? Outside of Ohio State. And like I said, they played Ohio State and got dog walked by Ohio State. Because they didn't. Because Notre Dame didn't play anybody the first round. Because they played what? They played Iowa State, I think. Indiana.
They played Indiana. So I got you. So I'm looking at their regular season from last year and the postseason. Regular season, they played 4 ranked teams: 20 A&M, 15 Louisville, 24 Navy, and 19 Army. The fact that Navy and Army were both ranked at one point.
The fact that Navy and Army even counted as ranked, they were ranked and they were solid last year for what they had going on. But you gonna sit here and tell me Notre Dame versus Navy and Army is a game?
Till Notre Dame join the conference, we don't care about y'all. That's the bad part.
Exactly.
Hey, their whole school is in the ACC, but
is in the ACC, but football. Every sport they got is an ACC team, but football.
Basketball, volleyball, gymnastics, rowing, cross country, wrestling, every sport that they do at that school is in the ACC, but football. That's
and what's wild is And what's wild is they keep trying to play. And I get, yes, you have your television contract with NBC since you're independent. I get it. And I know the ACC is in a contract with ESPN along with the SEC. I get it. But you're still the 10th most watched team in the nation. You think if you just went ahead in the ACC, you still wouldn't make bank going through ESPN?
Shoot, you might be able to get NBC to do a collab with ESPN.
Shoot, you still might have been able to keep the NBC games.
Because they always play Southern Cal. You can make that a NBC exclusive for that game because that's y'all rivalry game. Don't know
exactly.
How.
The only games you would have had to worry about being on ESPN were the ACC conference games. Every other game that you would have played would have been on NBC.
Virginia, Florida. Here's the bad part. I'm looking at it right now. Last year, they played Virginia, Florida State, Georgia Tech, Stanford, Louisville. Y'all played 5 ACC teams last year.
Played 6 this year, I think.
Yeah. And then when they got to the playoffs, they played Indiana and beat Indiana 27-17. Played Georgia, and Georgia lost this game. Notre Dame ain't winning because I'm looking at the offense right now. Riley Leonard had 90 passing yards, and he was the lead rusher at 80 rushing yards. Ain't no way Georgia should lose that game when the quarterback leads passing and rushing. And they get $22 million from the ACC. You two, bro, I can't. Just like if UNC or one of these ACC teams play good next year, watch Notre Dame come back crying, begging, asking, can we join the ACC again? Bro, if UNC or any ACC team run the table or is 11-2, and then Notre Dame get mad because they 10-2, it's like just join the conference at this point. Damn it, just join the conference at this point.
Because what you two say? Because you were breaking up on my end when you said it.
He said, and Notre Dame gets $22 million from the ACC already.
I'm just saying, man.
Right, like, bro, this is just out of pocket, and at this point, Notre Dame just need to stop complaining. Just go ahead, full send, join the ACC since y'all already joined the ACC for every other sport. And I remember when they did this and they said they would join the ACC, I was like, oh, okay, Notre Dame's an ACC school. And they're like, not for football. I'm like, wait, what? Y'all can do that? Because now I'm sitting here thinking in my head, all right, so what they're going to do, split up how they do sports? Like their hockey team is going to be a Big Ten school, but basketball, they're going to make sure they're an ACC school. Be like lacrosse, they're a Big 12 school. Like, how do y'all do that? Like, how do you just come up with that decision? Where the ACC, it's like the ACC is good enough for you. They looked at it like,
we joined the ACC.
The ACC is good enough for your other sports, but it ain't good enough for football.
Because what the CFP committee essentially just told Notre Dame with this whole thing was, what we're going to need you to do is prove to us legitimately that we have no other choice but to put you in this tournament every year, because we're not just going to keep letting you skate by on a middle of the road strength schedule, facing 1 to maybe 4 ranked opponents a year, 2 of which aren't even that high ranked or that good, and think you're just going to waltz in here and just be in the CFP every year. We're not doing it anymore. So either join a conference or make a tougher schedule. Because since you're independent and can pick your opponents, prove to us legit that you can beat guys like Ohio State and Michigan and Texas and Alabama and Georgia and LSU and Auburn and Clemson, all them.
I'm going to call it right now. Here's what's going to happen. If it happens again next year, the ACC is going to push to move from the big – Notre Dame is going to push to move from the ACC to the Big Ten in 3 years, because it takes a process before they can fully do it. If it happens again next year, and the ACC doesn't blatantly just sit there and be like, "Oh no, Notre Dame's good. Notre Dame's good," for some reason that Notre Dame wants, and I don't foresee the ACC doing that. Notre Dame is going to try and change conferences and go to a conference that's going to allow them to do that, but still push them the way they want. If UNC hits with a $10 million plus recruiting class plus the portal, which UNC will spend a lot of money, that's going to make Notre Dame worse because they willing to let you stay in the ACC. Fair? I know he hit a dead spot.
So one of the Big 12 ADs called out Notre Dame's AD.
Oh, for real?
Told him that he feels like his behavior has been egregious, and it's been egregious after Jim Phillips, and that he's totally out of pocket for his approach. And he would tell him even if he was in his face right now, he would tell him the same thing.
Shoot, I don't blame him. I do not blame him. But
I think his behavior.
Mm. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bim salashim. Hey, I got magic powers. It worked right perfectly too. I got magic powers. But we're gonna move on from this Notre Dame nonsense to a little bit of sadder news, y'all, because we know what time of year it is. The transfer portal is open, and man, we got hit. We got hit because some folk is leaving. So, out of our people who have entered the portal with the intent to leave UNC, you start with one of our quarterbacks, Max Johnson. He's heading out. One of our defensive players of the year, in Kamori House. He's supposed to be leaving.
Out.
Chris Culliver, one of our receivers, he's gone. Davion Goss, probably our star running back this year, or at least one of them, he's out of here. Max Johnson's brother, Jake Johnson, is out the door. Cornerback Khalil Conley says he's gone. Offensive lineman Miles McVay is gone. Wide receiver Javarius Green is taking his talent somewhere else. Wide receiver Isaiah Johnson's taking his talent somewhere else. Offensive tackle William Boone said he's out the door. Tight end Yasir Smith, man, says he's got to go. Offensive lineman Johnny Norwood says it's time to roll. Cornerback Ty White says sayonara. And then wide receiver Paul Billups is out, as well as wide receiver Jason Robinson. And man, he said, James says, I'm gonna be honest. Was Kamori House a loss? If you watch that dude on the field, he just looked lost. I think it was a loss because he turned on at the end of the year.
I'm about to say one, because you gotta remember, bro, Kamori House was the leading tackler on the team. Like, sure, he wasn't he wasn't getting a bunch of sacks or TFLs like that, because that was Andrew Simpson doing that. But
sure,
Kamori House was the big linebacker in the middle.
Right. Was he the most impactful on defense? Not all the time. And I definitely think that defense was able to turn it on as him as a part of it with Melcart, especially that second half of the year. But I still think it's a loss. And then U2's like, Baker's still there? I'm surprised. Baker was waiting on Max to do something like this. He was waiting to see who would leave because he wasn't trying to be the first one to. If a lot of people stayed, Baker would have dipped. But I think Baker's seeing that people are going to dip. And so he's like, all right, I'm going to just stay this out. I'm going to just wait him out.
Yeah, because I think this year is good because it's really just going to come down between Bryce Baker and Atwater this spring. Because I think Baker.
It depends on how Burgess comes in off his ACL.
Well, I think I said go up, but let's say with that ACL, I think Baker's going to beat out Gio. Personally,
Baker might be starting.
I think because he's going to be between Baker and Atwater.
You think Newkirk gonna stay?
They're going to know Newkirk. That's who I meant, not Atwater. Yeah. But yeah, it's going to be between Baker and Newkirk because I'm pretty sure both of them are going to probably end up beating Gio out. Because as good as Gio was down the stretch, which still wasn't much of a high bar. Mm-hmm. Like you have to mix some stuff up. Like you're gonna have to legitimately have a quarterback competition this year, and not sit there and hold out until the very last minute because you need to know who your starter is and you need to prepare him for the beginning of the season. You can't just be going back and forth between two guys and think, okay, we'll make the call come week 1. No, we need the call but by the time spring's over with. When spring practice is done, we need a call then. So not only
you have all
you can focus on you have all summer to develop this guy up. You have all summer to get the offense right, and whoever's behind him and go ahead and figure out, all right, what do I need to take it?
Yeah, James says
because at this point you need to develop some people.
James says, I was in a Discord server. UNC has been in contact with Josh Hoover, the quarterback from TCU.
I don't like that.
I know of Hoover, but I don't know his stats like that. Hold up.
Hoover was buddy that tore us up at the beginning of the season.
Oh yeah. Like I remember he did that. I just didn't want. Oh, never mind. I take that what I said.
And honestly, my other thing is, why would he leave TCU?
That's what I was
like. He's like he fits well in TCU. So I don't know.
Because he
put like I said, I don't know.
3,400 yards. He put up 3,400 passing yards, 29 touchdowns, 13 interceptions. Had a passer rating of 153.4. Completion percentage of 65.9. 272 out of 413 on the year. Like TCU would be like him leaving TCU wouldn't be smart.
In my opinion.
Especially considering when I'm looking at the numbers, he been the starter there for the last 3 years. Yeah, he got a solidified starting job. Why would he leave? Unless the only reason he leaves is because okay, there it is. His OC is gone. I think TCU OC got a job somewhere else. Okay. There it is.
That makes sense.
Now that makes
perfect
sense.
That makes sense, but I also look at it like, why would you want to come to a Freddie Kitchens offense?
My thing is this. Why would you want to come to this struggling offense that you don't know if it's going to make you look good or bad next year? Because he is a junior, and if he wants to go to the pros next year after this season, I would follow you where your OC went.
Now I will also admit though, him coming to North Carolina, and if he goes up and leads them to like even a bowl game, that's going to speak highly to draft scouts. But
Jason,
when you don't,
put the answer, he put the right answer. Hey, he put the answer as the why.
I mean, hey.
And you know what? It ain't even under the table no more. Remember, them boys out in the open with it now.
I mean, shoot. To be honest, I don't even think North Carolina got money like that. See, I think TCU got more money than North Carolina do.
I don't know. We paid for Bill.
At least football-wise.
We paid for Bill. And we got Jordan. They asking Jordan to foot the bill.
But then again, Jordan probably can't foot the bill either. That man's in court right now.
You don't think Jordan can foot the bill?
Listen, he's fighting NASCAR right now.
And you still don't think about it. He's fighting NASCAR and is still able to do what he do normal and ain't worried a lick.
It's not like he can't, it's more like he won't.
There it is.
Like he'll give you some shoes and some apparel. And he'll sponsor a uniform for you or two, but that's about it.
For the Tar Heels, he might. They just gonna have to give him another building.
Something.
YouTube says people forget House was this was House's first year as a starter. I think he would have been much improved by next year. Oh yeah, that's why wherever he goes, it's gonna be an issue. He's gonna be a problem.
You know what they would have had to? You know what they had to do for Jordan to foot that bill?
What?
Jordan Hudson would have had to change her name or leave.
Wow, you really pulled that out. This man really hate Jordan that much, bro.
Listen, I am with Jen Belichick.
Hey, I mean,
I am with the daughter-in-law.
We are all with Jim Belichick at this point. James,
I am with the daughter-in-law. Get out of there.
James said, I don't know how true it is, but I've been hearing around that UNC has interest in Lenora Sellers too.
Lenoris ain't coming to UNC.
I was about to say, I would love Lenoris, but he ain't coming.
Because here's the thing, he's not going to go from one team without an offensive line to another team without an offensive line.
Thanks.
Like he just went through 2 years of having one of the worst offensive lines in the nation. He's not about to do it again. Like he actually wants to finish a season healthy for once.
I mean,
and I ain't mad at it.
Here's the thing. Ooh, you ain't lied about that offensive line. The simple fact that he did better last year than this year. Like I'm looking at his numbers. This man did a lot.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna say it was trash compared to last year, but it's definitely a step down because
Byron.
No, I'm looking at the numbers too.
Not just that. There was a whole clip. I think they were on like their own 2-yard line. They snapped the ball in shotgun. By the time the ball hits his hand, there are 3 defensive linemen in his face.
Hey, James said, I give you $8 million to deal with it. YouTube says, hey, that's a great point about the line.
But yeah, like it's like that's the other big problem. That's the other reason why I'd rather not Hoover to come here either. Because why ruin your chances of doing something great behind a team that doesn't even have a solidified offensive line?
You're essentially just wasting a year.
And you're wasting a year behind a line that kept rotating players in all season long because you didn't know who was going to work best with who.
At least
I keep wondering, like.
I was gonna say, at least when like Shedeur was at Colorado with his bad line, he had Travis Hunter and his pops was coaching a good defense on the back end to like make up for it. And they had Jimmy Horn Jr. too. Can't forget that.
Right. At least, like I said, at least he had better. At least he had decent weapons, and on top of that, at least the play calling was all right. The offensive line just wasn't great. So, like, you couldn't just do everything that you wanted, but you at least had an offensive coordinator that was able to adjust enough to make it work.
Yeah.
Here, we don't have an offensive coordinator that's willing to adjust. We have an offensive line that keeps rotating pieces out all season long. We got guys getting put in spots that they weren't last week, so we don't know who's going to be where every week.
It makes no sense. James says, I wonder how much money got because I know some people around Julian Walker. UNC offered him like $4 million for 2 years to get him away from South Carolina. Makes me wonder how much money they really got. Oh, listen, you talking about these big name schools, even a UNC, even though they ain't great in football. If you really want to ask that question, they got money hidden somewhere.
Because from what I heard, I think like LSU's got $25 million every year going towards recruiting and NILs.
They bought out Brian Kelly flat right. I know LSU got money.
Apparently, Brian Kelly's suing.
For what?
So
he's a dickhead of a coach and a bad
coach. What was supposed to happen was, I guess they were saying they split mutually is what was originally said because he was supposed to just kind of like just have walked away mutually and not be fired. And then LSU just went ahead and fired him. So I don't know. I guess he's trying to sue for like wrongful termination or some noise of that nature.
Mm.
He's not gonna win that lawsuit though.
He ain't. Like,
and even if he gets anything close, they'll just settle. Like they're just gonna pay him the $54 million they owe him and move on.
and YouTube says, I think the competition has something to do with Stellar's performance this year. I mean, yeah, that always has a spot in it, but my colleague is right. That man's O-line was
That O-line was bad.
That O-line was terrible. Bad.
You can ask any South Carolina fan that's been watching all season long, they will tell you that offensive line is hot dookie.
Brian Kelly trying to get like Nino Brown from New Jack City. And what, get shot right at the end?
In the foot?
That man, you know what? It's the LSU Tigers. If any LSU fans felt Brian Kelly was trying to sabotage the Tigers on purpose, they would shoot him.
Yeah, probably.
Ain't no probably. They would shoot that man.
Because he heard Ole Miss fans were trying to run Lane Kiffin off the road.
Oh, bro, listen. You don't know what's bad? This isn't the first time Lane Kiffin has done some shady antics as a head coach going to another school. Because you remember how he left Tennessee years ago, like a decade or so ago, to go to Southern Cal? And he did it real shady. Yeah. Like, he did it real dirty. So the fact that Lane Kiffin is doing this again, essentially, I'm just like, all right, bro. Fool me one time, shame on you. Fool me twice, can't get fooled again. Like,
because what I found was funny about the whole situation was Lane Kiffin wasn't even mad at him. He's like, nah, I get it.
It's like you got all that energy to try and check people, but bro, you know how you moving this shiesty. Like, what are we talking about?
I agree. It really was Dirt McGirt.
But
especially if you got in that podcaster's face about him calling you a hoe.
I'm about to say, you got in his face about it. Here's the bad part. Is how you moving not in that realm?
Man, you kind of like it.
you kind of moving like it, bro. Like, I don't know.
Like
you kind of moving real shiesty, but you want to be mad about it. Like, I'll tell you to your face you're moving shiesty, but what do I know? I'm just a skinny brother with 2 tats.
That's it.
Bro, he says, bro, I got a real question. If UNC is in one of the top QBs in the portal, will it be okay to pay top dollars or no because the O-line still ain't going to be good? If there's a top quarterback that wants to come to UNC, cool. But what I'm going to need is one of 2 things. Either y'all got to go get that man some offensive line help too, or you got to get rid of Freddie Kitchens and get a different offensive coordinator who can make this work.
Because, like, I agree with that. Because, like, if there is a top quarterback in the portal that's willing to come to us and you can go get him, go get him. But you have to make sure that you solidify that line before spring's over. Like, you have to have to go ahead and make sure you either find the right pieces for an O-line or you put together an O-line that works. Because you're not about to just throw out another rotational piece like you did this season. It just can't happen.
And that's why I say, if you can't go out and get the pieces to make it work, you got to find an offensive coordinator who can make this line work. Get a coordinator, get somebody that has an offense that's like, you know what, we might not have the strongest overall O-line, but I can have us in an offense that can hide our weaknesses, but still utilize our strengths.
Get you an OC, and a positions coach that can get this line together and protect your investment. Because if you don't,
give me Chip Kelly.
Hell no.
I ain't even gonna front with you, gang.
No,
I don't want Chip Kelly. I don't want either of them Kelly boys.
Well, college Chip Kelly, I might take.
College Chip Kelly. This ain't Oregon though. This ain't his Oregon days. This ain't even his Notre
It's
Dame
not.
days.
It's not. It's
That
not.
was Brian. That was
But
Brian. I'm
if
sorry. I'm
I
sorry.
said,
Brian
but
was
if you, I'm gonna say that was Brian. But if you just leave him as an OC, and I think because I think we have some decent, because Gio's a mobile quarterback. We're not gonna sit here and act like he's a passer because he's not. He's a mobile quarterback with Demond June and a decently set up running back group. We can probably make it work. You just have to be able. You just have to bolster up the rest of that wide receiver group. Because if you don't, because you lost a major piece, you lost a couple of major pieces that build off of for next year going into the transfer portal with Green and Culver.
Yeah. So U2 says I'm worried about the offensive tackles next year. Fair.
Very
Very.
fair.
And then James says, I don't know who would want to be an OC at UNC. It's no names out there, really. Listen.
I mean, I take almost anybody over Freddie Kitchens right now.
In order to be an OC at UNC right now, you got to sell them on the you're working with Bill Belichick factor. You really have to sell them on that.
You really do.
You have to sell them on you're going to be working with Bill Belichick, dog. Chapel Bill. Come on now.
And they're gonna be looking at it like, yeah, we saw what Chapel Bill could do last year.
I want New England Bill, not Chapel Bill. I want before Jordan.
I want before Hudson showed up.
You know it'd be crazy. You know it'd be actually kind of wild. And I know the likelihood of this is 0%. What if Bill Belichick could convince Josh McDaniels to come from the NFL down to college and be his OC again?
I mean, it'd be better than him calling back Matt Patricia.
Oh, listen. I don't know why he had Matt Patricia as an OC at one point. That was just dumb.
Matt Patricia was a defensive coordinator. Had that man calling plays.
Had him call offensive plays. Like, what? This don't even make sense. Like, you just doing stuff now.
Like you're just out here.
But speaking of other things in the transfer portal, because we know we talk about the transfer portal, we also got to talk about recruiting season. And we did get one good recruit coming in that's committed. Giselle Hart has officially committed to UNC. 4-star cornerback and wide receiver at 180 pounds from Roanoke, Virginia. He is the 16th player in Virginia, 46th corner in Virginia, and 602 nationally, according to the numbers. And I don't know how your phone's going to do if you can still see film or not, but I do have the film if you want. All right.
I should be able to see it.
All right, let's see. Da-da-da-da. Let's go. Got an ad right now. And just so y'all know, if you know anywhere that people like UNC content, James, YouTube, hey man, make sure to share this with your friends and your family.
I'm about to say, share it with your people. Share
it to the Discord too. Like, share it with the Discord, share it anywhere.
Share it to the Discord.
Like, get more people up in here.
Share it to the group chats.
All right, so here we go.
So I'm guessing that's him up top up there. Yeah, I can see it.
All right, cool. Let me get this out the way so the peoples can see. These are his corner highlights, supposedly. Oh.
Ooh.
Damn. All right.
Good break.
Very good break. Is that? Oh. I ain't gonna lie, that quarterback just threw it right to you.
He did. He didn't see him drop back in that spot either. That was a good way to cover that spot up though.
Oh. What is up with the quarterbacks you playing, bro? Like, I see why that's. Did you see what the score was?
Nope, I didn't even see the score.
Hey.
Oof.
I see why that happened. I see why you got that pick. Bro, it is 48-0 in the third. All right.
That's crazy.
That's All right. So what is it? He says, I may be wrong, but y'all remember how them math classes look good on paper, but can be real and say be real and say NC and Virginia don't really play top talent like places. Just look at the class this year. For most guys. I mean, yeah,
True.
yeah. The math classes, they be like, oh, this class is great. Soon as they get them, nope.
Terrible.
Uh oh. That quarterback has bad presence, but great pursuit.
Basically, you should have let that go.
Like 10 years ago. Oh, hey, now that's good. Now that was great. That was great coverage.
Stayed in his hip pocket.
Whose cameraman is this?
Sitting up to
Clean the lens. Great.
that peel off though.
Hey, nice. Great block. Set a block. Yeah.
Bam.
Seal the block. I like to see it. Nice way to alert your teammate. Nice way to tell your teammate. And nice way
he was kind of off sides, but we're gonna let that go.
Was he? So he got that. He lets his teammate know. Barely. He's in the neutral zone for sure. If it's not offsides, it's definitely neutral zone. I'll give you that.
Definitely.
He says, pay me $5 million. I'll be the OC. UNC might call a bunch of jet sweeps and option plays, but we'll be okay. It'll be better than what Freddie Kitchens was doing.
Shoot. At least you can manipulate the options and jet sweeps.
Right. Hmm. Oh, I wish you would wrap
Good job
up.
protecting that edge a little bit.
I want you to wrap up, though. Yeah. So I like it, but he got to be careful about just biting immediately down like that. Because if somebody ran a reverse on him every time, if they know he creeping like that,
right,
he gonna get burned. Oh. I need you to get out that block earlier. There you go. That's the wrap
that's
up.
film there. That's film study there.
Right. Because he let that fly go immediately. He passed that all the way off. Dog, wait a minute. How y'all let mans get free like that?
Sure, at least he stopped the play.
Very underthrown. Oh.
Good catch.
I think that was him on the tackle, not the catch. Oop. Boop. You got burned? Nah. Hey, your editing team love you. They didn't show you get burned.
Because hold on, go back to it.
He is already burned. His editing team love him because he got caught. He got caught watching. Luckily, he chased him down, but he got caught watching. Oh, there you go. He ball watches a little too much. Hello. Oh, I thought
he got him.
I thought
he got the ankle. I thought he was about to get done.
I thought he was about to hit like a huge clean shot.
Listen, I thought when he went down, I thought he was about to be cooked.
Well, that was dumb. That was a dumb pass on the quarterback, to be honest.
Yeah. Good coverage.
Yep. Stay. All right.
He's got pretty good man coverage.
Yeah. I'll definitely
He
give him
stays
that.
in most of that.
Says, by the way, the reason Kamori left was because he asked to play safety next year. Man, I
Why?
let him.
But why?
If you feel like it.
I guess
Unless you want to be strong
if
safety.
play.
If you want to be strong safety and just coming downhill.
I'm about to say, I guess if you feel like you can play safety, then play safety. I guess. I don't know, man.
And then also, definitely want to have a huge shout out to former UNC Tar Heel Javonte Williams this week, man. Javonte Williams surpassed 1,000 rushing yards on Sunday as he's playing for the Cowboys in the Cowboys game versus the Lions. First time he's eclipsed 1,000 yards in his NFL career, and currently,
I think it's his first 1,000-yard season.
Yep, it's his first 1,000-yard season. First time he's actually had over 900 yards in his career since his rookie year.
Yeah.
And this year he has 215 carries, 1,022 rush yards as of right now, and 9 rushing TDs. He also has 33 receptions, 128 receiving yards, and 2 receiving TDs coming out there. So, hey, Air Tar Heels 919 said it best. Hey, a dog. That's right.
That's it.
And then Tar Heel birthdays. Don't think we got any this upcoming week. Nope. We have no birthdays up until.
Oh, also wanted to point out Javonte's first full healthy season too since his rookie year.
Facts. Dang. You know what just made me sad? This so the birthday list for this year, for this month, Devian Goss is the last birthday on December 31st.
Dang.
Why, Davian? Why?
Hey, but good luck. Hey, but good luck to you wherever you go, bro. Hopefully you come back.
I ain't got no animosity for it. As long as you don't go to Duke, I'll be okay.
Yeah, as long as you don't go to Duke.
As long as you don't go to Duke, as long as you don't go to Duke, I'll be okay and be wishing for your success, man.
Indeed.
Same. I do hope Javonte does finish top 5, at least top 7.
Because I know he's top 10 in rushing TDs.
Right now, let's see. If we going off rushing stats, he is 7th. He is actually 7th right now in rushing yards, and he's the last 1,000-yard rusher. After him, it's Kyron Williams and Rico Dowdle. Shout out to my Panthers. Shout out Rico. And then in TDs, he is 6th. He's 6th with 9 6th with 9 TDs, and he is 1 because Derrick Henry is 5th with 10. Josh Gibbs and Josh Allen are tied.
Yeah, that makes sense.
3 are tied at 3rd with 12. Jahmyr Gibbs is 2nd with 13, and then Jonathan Taylor has 16 rushing touchdowns, but only. Okay, never mind. I don't know why I say only like that. Jonathan Taylor is the league's leading rusher right now, so hey.
Okay, that's not a bad group to be a part of.
Nope. Y'all see how happy State fans was when they flipped Lawrence Brown from us on Sunday? Like, we cared. I mean, good for them. Good for them. Like,
yeah, it is what it is.
Whoop-de-doo. Ooh.
You got to perform well to keep good players, man. If you don't perform well, it's what it is.
We know that. But it is now time for our favorite segment. Time for Tar Heel takeaway of the week. And I think I went first last week. So you, my friend, you get to go first. And I shall give you your solo. Hold up. There it is. Take it away, Penny.
Tar Heel takeaway of the week. Moving sucks. Make sure you are well prepared when you have a moving day. Moving sucks. Because my back didn't loosen up till 3 o'clock yesterday. I moved on a Saturday. took 2 full days of me trying to do absolutely nothing and doing everything for me to be finally back to doing anything at all. Also, don't let nobody halt your progress. Though it may be slow, progress is still progress. And it may suck that it's not going at the rate you want it to, but just know if you're better than you were yesterday, you're still doing good. That's all I got.
Thank you, sir. We love it. You ain't lied about none of that. Not a thing at all. Now, time for my Tar Heel takeaway of the week. My Tar Heel takeaway of the week. Listen, if you are an admin for a Facebook group that's supposed to be for all of us, stop sitting there and holding post in the pending line. Just approve the post, especially if it's a fan group and we're all just trying to post the stuff that we want to post in here. I am in multiple group pages where there seems to be an issue where the admins do not post anything or they only post the same 4 people. Other groups I'm in, yeah, they're like, all right, as long as it's such and such related, or they're like, you know what, here, just post what you want, post what you need, like post what you got. But then you have other people who want to be gatekeepers and like, no, I'm only going to approve the posts that I like because they're only me. Like there's one group I'm in, bro. This man only approves his post. There's like 10,000 people in here and the only moderator only approves his post. He doesn't approve anybody else's post to the point where I don't even operate in that group no more. It's just there. I just haven't like flat out left the group. So if you are an admin or a moderator, bro, go ahead, take the setting off, make it public, and let everybody post what they want because a lot of people have stuff to share in there too. And you're missing out on information and engagement. I'm sick of it. Ah, man, it's crazy. That's all I got.
But appreciate y'all for coming out. Appreciate y'all for interacting with us this week. Make sure to come back every Tuesday, 9 p.m. Well, sometimes 9:30, depending if I got basketball practice or not. But generally around this same time, every Tuesday, with more North Carolina Live content. We're going to be talking a lot about the college football playoff as it goes on.
And we also why not? And we also going to start including more Tar Heel basketball too, as basketball season is upon us. And we're going to try and incorporate that a little bit more, especially once we get around March. Like we're going to have spring football, but also March Madness. Got to be watching that in the ACC tournament.
Yeah, got to keep an eye out for March Madness.
But
y'all stay safe out the streets.
Big shout out, and thank you to my co-host. He's doing this from his phone, doing this all the way. I got to give him love for that because he didn't have to, but he ain't let me go out of here doing this alone. So, bro, I appreciate you. Thank you for still making it. And what they saying. Yes, sir. All right, you two. Peace. Much love to all y'all. We out of here. And also share it to your Discords. Share it to every UNC place you know.
Share it to your peoples. Like and subscribe. Share all that.
And tell them to be here next week.
We need y'all.
Like, come on.
We're trying to build the fan base, man. We're trying to be that. We're trying to be them dudes. We need y'all's help.
Please. Thank you. Bye.